The Ossidon. Oh, man. Okay, so I was figuring out all sorts of different things about these guys. These guys, they just came out, and, I mean, I wanted to jump in and then see what I could do, but I was trying to record it in one of my other series, and I couldn't find one on Valguero or Ragnarok, so I went over on a fresh save on the center, and I hopped into GCM mode, and I went out to go see if we could go find one, and oh boy, did I. Okay, so I tried a few different things. I tried doing just direct damage to them and to see if I could get them to let me ride them. I tried to passive tame them. You couldn't do that. I also tried to see what it would cause for me to be able to hop on and ride it. The only thing I was able to figure out is a long neck. Is causing torpor is what allowed me to do. It was hop on, shoot them with a little bit of torpor, and I ended up switching to shocking trank darts because, GCM mode. So I used some shocking trank darts on an Ascendant long neck rifle, and after 3 or 4 shots, he allowed me to jump on and ride him. I would imagine that if we were to put him in a taming pen with a door, then we could shoot him from a distance. The moment he allows us to ride him, we could open up the door, and we could hop out and go get him that way, and then we can pull him back in through each time. Because, yeah, figuring out how to explode the ball, and you'll see here in just a little bit, was I just couldn't figure out how to do it. All right, but I did figure out how to tame him, so here. Okay, so once you are riding around, and notice the bar on the bottom, also the icicles, the timer, and the slime ball that you have. There 0 of 30 of icicles, the timer in the middle, or the stopwatch that has 2 minutes right from the start, and then you have the slime ball, the number of things that you can put inside of it. Okay, so the icicles, it starts off at 0 of 30, and every few seconds he will shoot out a bunch of icicles. Your job is to pick them up with the slime ball. It's a lot harder than it looks because these guys, they're not the best turners, but you need to go around and you need to pick them up. All right, also, every time that you take and you put a dinosaur or a baby dinosaur, I noticed a baby one because babies generally tend to have a lot of high hit points. I was able to get the same baby in, and it counted like 4 different times. So I was able to get that up to, I believe, 10 in my best attempt, right when I finally tamed him. And then also the icicles, I capped that out quite a bit. But also, each time you pick up a dinosaur, it counted a little bit towards the amount, but the icicles were substantially less. About, I want to say, a third to about half the amount of taming effectiveness, or taming, yeah, for the taming percentage, but the taming effectiveness, every time I picked up an icicle, went up. So you start out low with the taming effectiveness, and then you pick up the icicles, and it restores it over time, and that was helping out quite a bit. So yeah, you'll notice in this clip, I'm going around picking up the icicles, picking up different dinos that I get in there. My best one that I had was a couple Calicotheriums, because they would throw their poop balls at me, or their rocks, if you want to call them that, and it was hitting the slime ball and wasn't hitting me, so it wasn't doing damage. So that was just a win-win-win. So I was able to circle back around and constantly pick up the same couple Calicotheriums in a row, and that was actually how I tamed this guy. It was pretty fun. The taming mechanics, I would make sure do this away from direwolves. Direwolves will make you have a really bad day. This is actually the second one I saw, and the first one died to a pack of direwolves that spawned right after I got kicked off the saddle, and it ate it. It was 140, and it would have been great, but instead I had to settle for this guy. But he was still pretty good. And there it is, the Ossidon tame. So that's how you tame it. If you guys can figure out, let me know down in the comments, how did you get the ball to explode? Because I have a feeling that's what you were trying to do. I think it might have been that you had to just fill it up with as many icicles as you can. You have 2 minutes to get 30 icicles, get 13 things inside of the dough ball, and then after that, then it just explodes on its own and gives a big chunk. I just couldn't get it to do that, but I have a feeling that's probably what it wants you to do. But that's how you tame the Ossidon. Pretty cool. All right, and the Ossidon saddle is craftable at level 74, and it's 200 fiber, 150 metal ingots, 380 hide, and it is crafted inside the smithy. Turn off GCM, and let's see what all this guy can do. All right. Here we go. All right, so the saddle on these things looks absolutely phenomenal. I mean, just really, really cool. Man, I mean, look at the spikes and everything. And then the face on these guys. And, I mean, they constantly have that spit drool that is hanging down from them. They've got the frost that is blasting out of their nostrils. The eyes, I mean, the sunken eye sockets are really what's doing me in. Man, these things are actually really, really cool looking. All right, hold on. Let me close that up. All right, so attacks. Left click. All right, so what he was hitting me with up on the mountain, right click. Okay, so holding right click allows us to... Wait, do we have to pick those up like we did when we were taming them? No, it's got a... refresh. Okay, so by holding right click, and I'll wait until that timer's actually up, it's actually still counting down. All right, so now what it says number pad on mine will be your C key. All right, so this right here allows us to start rolling. And as we roll, we gather up things. Can we actually gather these back up? Will that refresh? Absorb size limit. Okay, so size limit is 129, damage 110. I'm still figuring this thing out, but that's... I just wanted to make sure I get this video out as quick as possible so where you guys know what we're building off of and just how that goes. All right, so now that that's... Oh, and you leave the little slime trail there. Okay, now that's pretty gross. Okay, so by holding right-click, we get this right here. Now, if we left-click... we shoot a whole bunch of those. Let's go see how much damage this does. Let's go across over to the other area and see how much damage this guy does. Also, I love the way he runs. It's very reminiscent of the Ice Titan. It doesn't feel like a full reskin of the Ice Titan, but... Oh, we can't jump inside the water? Oh. Oh, we can. Okay. Okay, he swims really slow. Okay, and inside the water, he bites. Can he not go up here? Okay, there we go. Let's go up on here. How much damage do you do with that left click attack? Wow, okay, 157 damage. Okay. Now, that's respectable damage. That's only 224, which... Okay, so health gets up there pretty fast, too. So these guys are going to be powerhouses. All right, let's see. The range on these guys is actually kind of impressive. The tonal AoE is pretty good as well for the attack. Okay, now, icicle can't spawn underwater. Okay, so that right there, the icicles, it slows everything, and then it slowly dots them, giving them hypothermia. See if I can jump off and get this debuff, because I had this debuff while I was taming them. Just want to make sure. Okay, so once we have, if it's our icicle, okay, and it slowly destroys itself, but if it's our icicle, that will not damage us. Okay, but when it's wild, it totally was. That's kind of cool. All right, let me see if I can launch this right on top of... Actually, let me find something a little bit better. Most shops. Most shops are always good. Also, is that... And, of course, we can jump right out the level up animation. Okay, so let's launch this right over there. Okay, so the poop will pull us out of that animation. Okay, so it doesn't look like the slow on them is very impactful, but headshots are pretty dang good. All right, so what do you eat? Do you eat pretty sure you just eat meat. And can we force feed you meat to... Yeah, we can. Okay. Okay, so now that we're over here, let's see what all we can get inside of our little slime ball. Absorb size limit. Okay, so... Oh, okay. All right, so what we do, we roll it up until it gets to the size limit, and then it explodes. And then it does a bunch of damage to everything inside of it. That's kind of cool. And the fact that you can just take things and drag them around with you while you're riding around is actually very, very cool. All right, so does Control, Alt, Space, no. Okay. Man, all right, so let's wait till this goes. I want to see just how fast we can get, well, how much damage we can get that up to here really quick. I'm just waiting on the slime ball to go. Although, I'm thinking it means that we can only have 3 dinosaurs inside of it. Because it's 0 of 3. I mean, help me out. If you guys find out something different down in the comments, let me know. But yeah, I mean... Because right now, I just getting this video out there so where we can all start working on everything. By the way, basics will be incoming very soon once I figure out all the ins and outs and everything about these guys. But yeah, I hope this video helps you out. Matter of fact, if you find yourself enjoying the video, if you find yourself entertained or, informative, give me a thumbs up down below. I very rarely ask for it, but, hey, if you, it really helps out. So yeah. Okay, so that's refreshed. So let's hit that button. Let's pick up a dodo. Wow, that exploded very quickly. Did 157 to everything inside of it. That's kind of cool. Okay, I want to launch this inside the middle of the dodos. I want to see just what all it does. Oh, that killed a juvenile dodo. And this guy's about to walk inside of it. Is that seriously just 4 damage? Yeah, that was seriously just 4 damage. Okay. All right. But yeah, that is the Ossidon. So, hey, I hope this video helps you out with your taming adventures. Honestly, I couldn't really... I did my best to figure it out, and I will play it back in editing, and I will see exactly what the numbers were going on. But I'm pretty sure it was you have a maximum amount of icicles that you can pick up while you're taming. You also have a max amount of other things you can pick up inside of your inside of the slime ball. And then once that happens, then I couldn't figure out what button to get it to explode if you did. But I was, at one point in time, just mashing the entire keyboard. But yeah, if you guys found out something, put it in the comments down below, all right? So, hey, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. I really appreciate it. If you're new around here, subscribe. And until next time, this is Flinger. And enjoy your Ossidon, everybody. All right, take it easy, everyone.